Hi everyone, it is Empties time, and I've got a surprising amount of things given that it's only been 2 months since my last one, so let's dive right in. Right off the top, I've got two different makeup removing wipes. I have the Soap & Glory, the Fab Pour, and the Neutrogena all-in-one makeup removing cleansing wipes. Mentioned this so many times at this point, but I prefer the hydrating ones and the Neutrogena ones. I feel like they are the best ones on the market. I just use this to remove swatches. And this one, I tried it out on my face, but also didn't really love it. I feel like these are just never wet enough, and that goes for any makeup removing wipe that is not the Neutrogena hydrating ones. And I didn't really love the smell either, so I ended up just using it to remove swatches on my arms. I finally used up this cute cat wrinkle face art sheet mask. It's a character face mask. And I think it's by SNP, which is Shining Nature Purity. I don't know, they sell it at Ulta. This was cute, and I only picked it up because it's got a cat on it. I don't really like sheet masks, so it was fine, but honestly, I don't really ever notice much of a difference with these. It's supposed to tightening and wrinkle reducing face mask. It had a cat on it, that's why I bought it. I have another sheet mask here. This is from Avon's new range. It's their firming sheet mask with royal jelly essence. I've used a few of these. They're fun to use, I like the smell, but I don't really notice it firming up my face much. I have a bottle of nail polish remover here. This is by Quo. This is their nail polish remover in the strengthening kind. This is supposed to strengthen your nails while softening the cuticles. I can't say that I really especially noticed either one. My cuticles are generally pretty coarse and hard, so I didn't feel like this actually did anything to that. But it is good at removing nail polish. I have a face scrub here by Marcelle. This is their Hydra-C Daily Radiance Scrub. I only use a scrub once a week roughly on my skin, so it took me a while to get through this. It was okay, but I didn't love it. I feel like the scrubbing little bits were too far apart in the formula and they didn't really do a ton to my face. And this thing is orange, and for whatever reason I expected it to smell like oranges, and it didn't. So it was fine, but I probably wouldn't pick it up. I finished this one up just yesterday. This is the Embryolisse Le Crème Concentrée. It's a moisturizer that is pretty famous at this point, I guess you could say. I feel like the Pixie Woo sisters got everybody started on this, and I love it. When I first started it, I didn't understand the hype, but I found myself continuously going back to this. This is probably like my 7th tube of it at this point. Great moisturizer, great for every single season. I think I have another backup in my cabinet, but I've got a few other moisturizers to get through first. The best ones. I have the Neutrogena makeup removing cleansing wipes in the hydrating formula. These ones. These are the best makeup removing wipes. They're by Neutrogena. They're the hydrating ones. I go on about these things all the time. They're the only makeup removing wipes that will actually take off waterproof makeup. And I use these when I'm going from work straight to the gym, and they work like a charm. They get absolutely everything off of my face. I have a body wash here by Avon. This is their Little Red Dress scent. It was fine as a shower gel, but I'm not in love with the scent. It's almost a little bit too much. It's like too thick, too cloying, a little bit grandma-esque. Another body wash here. This is the Live Clean Exotic Nectar with argan oil. I like this, but I felt like I went through it surprisingly quickly, and I don't know if it's just because of the formula or what, but I feel like it took a lot to come off on my poof. I really like their scents. I like the products. I was just really surprised at how quickly I went through this one. Another body wash here. I don't know what's going on. How did I use up so many in 2 months? This is the Philosophy Shimmering Snowlace. It's supposed to be a 3-in-1 shampoo, shower gel, and bubble bath. I really only ever use this as a shower gel. I really like this, and I thought I didn't like it as much as the Snow Angel scent, but I think this one might have overtaken that scent at this point. This is part of their holiday collection. I got it last year, so you can't get it right now. But I would look out for their holiday scents whenever Philosophy releases them because they are so good. Another Philosophy item here. This is the Purity Made Simple cleanser for face and eyes. So it's supposed to be a 3-in-1, as in you can remove, I think, your makeup with it. Honestly, I never did that. Does it even say that? Yeah. Replaces your makeup remover, eye makeup remover, facial cleanser, and toner. I just use this as a face wash. It was fine. I think the scent isn't yeah, it's not something I totally love, so I probably wouldn't pick this one back up again, but it was nice to use. Had a sample size of the Boscia Luminizing Black Mask. This one's a peel off one. And I don't tend to mention sample size stuff, but I actually really like this one. I love peel off masks. They're so satisfying to just rip that right off your face. I did feel like this took way longer to dry than it says. It says 30 minutes and I'm pretty sure I watched like a 45-minute episode of something. Anyway, I really like this and I would consider purchasing the whole thing. I just, again, like so many things, I have to get through all of my inventory that I currently have, but maybe I'll pick it up during the Sephora sale. Anyway, I really like this one. I have two body butters here by The Body Shop. This is the almond milk and honey one, and this is the shea one. Love the shea one so much. I think this is probably like my favorite scent at The Body Shop. That feels risky saying that because I really like Satsuma. This one's great. It's very gender neutral, I would say, so men and women can probably get away with wearing this. I mean, wear whatever you want scent-wise, but I don't feel like this leans typically feminine or typically masculine. So really like this one. And this one kind of surprised me. I didn't love it at first, and on applying it, I was like, oh, this just smells very generic, but as the scent sort of developed on my skin, I really liked it. It was a little bit more milky in texture compared to the shea one, which was a little bit strange, but I really like these, and I only really like these in the small containers. I'm so sick of buying the big ones and then like you feel like it's a trek just to get through all of the products, so the mini ones are where it's at for me. I used up this super expensive toner. This is by THEFACESHOP. They call it an enriched lotion, but it's basically just a toner. This thing is like $80. It's unreal. I would never spend that on a facial toner. I got this in PR, and while I liked it, I cannot bring myself to spend that kind of money on a toner. So yes, I recommend it, but only if you've got like 80 bucks that you're willing to just spend on skincare. Got a packaging here for some House of Lashes Bombshell lashes. These used to be my absolute favorites, and I think I've just kind of moved on at this point. I've used them for years and years and years, but I've sort of moved on to like Tarte as a brand for lashes. Always love Mosquito. I feel like more recently I've just noticed that the House of Lashes pairs tend to look a little bit cheaper than the other ones I've been using. So while I did really, really like these and the price point is excellent, I just kind of moved on. And I finished up another one of these minis by The Body Shop. Again, a body butter. This one is also in shea. Have another facial cleanser here. This is by BeautyCounter and it's their Nourishing Cream Cleanser. This thing I didn't love. It was fine to use. I don't have sensitive skin, so I can pretty much get away with using anything on my face, but I didn't like the smell. I didn't love the consistency. I probably wouldn't buy it. This was a PR product and I think it's okay, but I didn't love it. Finished up a serum here by The Face Shop. This is their White Seed Brightening Serum. I didn't notice a ton of difference on my face, but I did really like using this serum. I like the smell, I like the consistency, and it took me forever to get through this packaging. It's not a huge bottle by any means, but I feel like you needed so little that the longevity of it was like months and months and months, so I really like this one. This is one of the Tarte lashes that I was talking about. It's very difficult to see in this packaging, but these are the Center of Attention lashes, and I loved these. I'm wearing another pair of Tarte lashes right now. I feel like they're very comfortable to wear. The band is quite sturdy, but not inflexible, and I just feel like the quality looks really, really nice. So the Center of Attention ones I think are the biggest pair that I had, and I wore the pants off of these. I wore these so much. They were in tons of videos. I really, really like these, and I would definitely recommend picking these up if you're looking for like a good pair of lashes. I'm kind of confused that this is in here because I could have sworn that I talked about it in my last Empties video. But anyway, this is the Shiseido Synchro Skin Lasting Liquid Foundation, and I think this is pretty much my favorite foundation ever. I went through this entire bottle in only 3 months because it was the only thing that I was using on my face. I feel like the texture was beautiful, the color match was perfect, and I love it so, so much. I do have another bottle, but I'm waiting to use it until I've used up like 1 or 2 more foundations, and it's killing me. Like I really want to dig back into this, but I've got so many products that I'm just like, at least spread your love a little bit around. But I would highly recommend this. I feel like it's great for dry skin. I don't know how it performs on oily skin, but this worked so well for me throughout the winter months. I finished up a Bioderma Hydra-Bio H2O Marcelle solution. I love these so much. I feel very loyal towards the Bioderma brand, probably because they were the first brand that ever actually put out these kinds of cleansers. And I don't necessarily use this to remove my makeup. I don't feel like it can take off waterproof makeup at all. I use this to like clean up makeup mistakes, clean up fallout that I've had, or to refresh my face after I use an oil cleanser to take off my makeup. I use this in so many different ways and I just absolutely love it. And I've got like 4 more containers sitting in my closet. One thing to note though, the Hydra-Bio is for dry skin, but I actually prefer the one that's just the regular kind with the pink cap. This one's fine and I actually like the smell better, but I don't feel like it performs as well as the pink one. I've got a nail polish here. This one is by Misslyn. It's their Effect Top Coat and everything is rubbed off at this point. It's one of those silver hollow glitters and I wear these constantly on my toenails. It's the only color I put on my toenails, so I'm constantly just reapplying it all the time, and I finally ran out of a bottle. Didn't necessarily love this one as much as I have loved others. I feel like it popped off really easily on my toenails, but I will always buy any kind of silver hollow polish that's a glitter, so I liked it. I finished up a tin of lip butter. Now this is the brand Labello, but they're pretty much the same brand as Nivea. Their logo is the same, their products are relatively the same, but apparently Labello has been around for 2 years longer than Nivea. Anyway, these tins are some of my absolute favorites for a lip balm to wear overnight. Now the Labello brand, I don't actually know if they're available in North America. I picked this one up in Vienna. I would just go and buy the Nivea equivalent here, but I think they've actually discontinued these, which makes me so sad. They take me like 8 months to go through one of these, so I haven't been able to buy another one until now, and I went to go look for them and I can't find them anywhere, and I'm so sad about it. Got another nail polish that I finished up. This is by Mary Kay. It's the Brilliant Violet shade. It was part of their spring 2017 collection, I think it was, and that whole line of nail polishes was like it for me. They were my absolute favorite. So I've used up one of these and I do have a backup, and I'm sure I'll be making my way through that one as well. And to top off my nails, I have an empty Sèche Vive now. This is not the same as Sèche Vite, although I have not used that one. This one is their Instant Gel Effect Top Coat, so I think it's a little bit more plump than the Sèche Vite is. But like, I don't know what I was doing with my life before this existed, because this has made my nail polish game so much better. I can get a full week of wear out of all of my nail polishes with very, very minimal tip wear and like maybe 1 or 2 chips. So I do highly recommend this. I've got another one open and a backup as well. Finished up a liquid liner. This is the Maybelline Hyper Sharp Wing. You can't get it in North America, which is infuriating. I got this in Australia when David and I were there in September. So I originally picked this up because it is a brush tip pen style liquid liner. And that doesn't tend to exist very much on the market, but the tip on this was very strange. It's fat one way and then skinny the other way, but the way that the tip is built, it's actually like 2 tips together. So there's a little bit of a gap straight between the 2 tips as they come together, which can make for very strange looking wings. You can get around it by twisting the pen a little bit as you're drawing your line on, but it was just such a weird design flaw or feature that I don't necessarily think I would buy this again. The product itself was very good. This was very smooth to apply and I loved it, but the tip thing was so bizarre that I was just like, why did they do that? So while I like the consistency of it, I don't know if I would necessarily recommend it to you. It is good, but that tip thing is so strange. Finished up a mini size of the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. I really like this. I go through a lot of these minis every now and then because people seem to just keep giving them to me. But I always have to use 2 eyeshadow primers. That's just something in the last 3 years that has become an absolute necessity for me. One single eye primer will not work, so I use this one as a base and I think I put another one over top of it, and it worked that way, but on its own, I mean, nothing works on its own for me, so I can't vouch for it that way. Finished up some lash glue by House of Lashes. Although I'm not as in love with their eyelashes as I used to be, I do really, really like their eyelash adhesive. I feel like it's the best on the market because it stays the best on my lids. Not everybody's the same, but this one definitely works the best for me. And I'm gonna be buying a backup of it. I have a little mini tube open right now, but I don't know if they sell this on Sephora anymore. All they have is the black color right now, and I don't see this one at all, and I'm a little bit concerned because ordering House of Lashes in Canada isn't cheap because you gotta pay for shipping, you gotta pay for customs if you get hit, so please still be on Sephora. I finished up a mini of the Clarins Instant Light Lip Comfort Oil. I love this so much. It's so comfortable to wear on the lips. It's great for hydrating. If you've got super chapped lips or you're struggling with like dehydrated lips, try this stuff out because I kind of discovered this when we were moving into this condo and I just needed something that I could put on my lips. And I don't know what pocket this fell out of, but I used it and it saved my lips. The scent is supposed to be like honey. I don't really get that kind of smell off of it, but it's a good comforting scent and I do really like these. I have a hand cream here by Essence, which is new to me. I didn't really know that they made any kind of skincare. So this is their Honey Care Moisturizing and Caring Hand Cream. It's a tiny tube. I kept this by my bedside table and just used it, you know, at night as I'm watching Netflix. It had a good scent. I feel like it worked just fine. I don't tend to notice a huge amount of difference amongst hand creams, but you know, it was good. And the last thing I have to talk about is a mascara, and this is Benefit's They're Real. I really like this mascara. I think it does a great job of coating my lashes and combing through them, but I feel like this tube dries out way too fast. I like my mascara to be quite liquidy, and this one just got like dry, like way too quickly. I don't honestly see the point in buying full-size mascaras at Sephora. I think it's a better deal to get the minis because I feel like they last just as long as the big ones and they stay, you know, wetter for the same amount of time, but you've paid like half the price. So yes, I love Benefits They're Real, but if you can get your hands on a mini, I would go that route. And that is it for my empties. Thank you so much for joining me in this round of them. That was only 2 months worth, but I feel like there was so much more in there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.